It's hard to believe that the rarely sighted Mallee fowl was once a common bird throughout the Victorian Mallee. It is now listed as vulnerable under the Federal Environment Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act and endangered under the Victorian Flora and Fauna Guarantee Act. This ground nesting bird faces major threats from fox predation, habitat degradation by stock and feral animal grazing, and the clearing and fragmentation of its habitat. Reconnecting fragmented Mallee fowl habitat is a priority for conserving the species now and into the future. While Mallee fowl populations are mainly confined to areas with large tracts of suitable habitat in Murray Sunset, Hattah-Kulkyne, Big Desert National Parks and some flora and fauna reserves, populations also exist in smaller vegetation remnants on public and private land. Lack of suitable habitat corridors between these smaller and larger remnant habitat areas impedes the ability of Mallee fowl to move between large and small blocks, resulting in genetic isolation of populations and decreases the resilience of Mallee fowl populations. In 2014, the Victorian Mallee Fowl Recovery Group commissioned Agorist ecological research to identify priority sites for works which would reconnect and enhance fragmented Mallee fowl habitat. Barook State Forest, 36 kilometres northwest of Murrayville, adjoins the Murray Sunset National Park and was one of the 4 state forests identified as a priority site. Revegetation works began in 2018, with 15 hectares of revegetation established and a further 42 hectares of supplementary planting in existing vegetation undertaken. A mix of overstory and understory species were planted. Over 6,000 tube stock trees have been planted, including eucalyptus species, scrub cypress pine and moonar. A range of understory species like wattles, hotbush, weeping pittosporum and ruby saltbush were direct seeded. More planting has been undertaken in 2019 and 2020. By June 2020, a further 33 hectares of trees and shrubs will have been planted by Greening Australia and the Department of Environment, Land, Water and Planning. Once established, these trees will reconnect and enhance fragmented Mallee fowl habitat in the Barook State Forest region, greatly improving the ability of the Mallee fowl to move between suitable patches of habitat.